Oh, I must say your hair looks very nice.
Oh, yeah. I just got it cut.
Looks very nice. It does. Right. Now, you know how I work. I don't know who I get. I just get random people sometimes, so we have to work with what we've got and see who they are. But I do believe I have a male who's attached to you, and it could be grandfather or great grandfather generation, and I'm getting some kind of connection to the military.
Okay.
Don't ask me what regiment and stuff, darling, because I am no good with stuff like that. I just know it's some kind of military connection. And I feel that he was proud he was in the military. And I feel like he's one of those gentlemen that when you listen to his stories, you'd end it by saying, thank you for your service. Because he was very proud of what he did, and he's very proud of what he achieved with what he did.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I know who this is.
That's fine. I don't know who he is. I just giving it to you, my darling. That's all I'm doing. I also feel that this man, this gentleman, was very, what's the word I'd use? Like, very family orientated. Family was everything. And what it is with him as well is happy that the name's getting carried on.
I know
it's
okay.
like that sort of person. But it's not just referring to you when he says what he's going to say, he's referring to somebody else. So I don't know if you've got a sibling around your age, but there's a sibling around your age, I'm thinking, because I feel like both of you are very similar in characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
And both of you can be quite cheeky together at times. And I feel like sometimes if there's practical jokes within your Christmas and Thanksgiving celebrations, it's you and your sibling. And this is just this is the feeling he's giving me. And I feel like you should be proud of what you've achieved, because what he's making me feel is, I don't know what's happened in your lives. I don't know anything about you, darling. But what I do feel is there's been a few obstacles throughout your life, and that you've had to, let's just say, climb some, jump some, and proper rope climb others. Does that make sense? And I feel like you've managed to do it, but you've done it your way. And
Yep.
you've kept going, and he's really proud of that. He's very, very proud of that. I'm also getting a name, Joe. I don't know why, but I've got a name, Joe. So I don't know if it's somebody spirit, somebody on earth. I don't know, but I've got a name, Joe. I couldn't even tell you at the minute if it's male or female. But I've got the name, Joe. So it could be something for you to look out for, okay?
In person, or this is somebody else?
I don't know. I've got the name, Joe. I have to give you the name, Joe, to acknowledge. Have you spoke about getting a dog?
Yes.
Yes, because I have to give you a puppy.
Aww.
I have to give you a puppy, so I don't know if husband or partner or whatever says, no, we're not getting a puppy. I have to give you one. So there you go. You're going to have to get a puppy because spirits say you do.
Okay.
So
my dad passed away 2 months ago, and I've been thinking about getting another dog. So that's,
yeah, I feel like you need to get a dog. I need to give you a puppy from spirit. So that's like an acknowledgement of, yeah, you can get a dog.
okay.
I know it's hard. I've lost my Elsa, and God, I can't even describe it to you. It's your baby, isn't it? It's your baby.
Everything to me. Oh my God, he was everything.
Best friend, confident, counsellor, pillow, duvet, weighted blanket, you name it, that's what that dog was. But this is permission from spirit to get another dog.
Okay. That's really funny. Okay.
I have to give you it. They give it to me, sweetheart, so I have to give it to you. Right. Okay. Now, there's another male coming in.
Okay.
Again, I know I've given you readings before, but I don't remember them. I don't know if I've had. So if I do get them again, I do apologise. But this male, I don't know if he's connected by blood, because I don't get like a blood type link, but I get like a family link with him. It's like he's not your blood, but he is. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
That's fine, as long as you know who it is. I don't know, but I need to give you him. And I also need to say, he's just come in my mind's eye and he stood there quite tall and quite proud. And I feel like he wore a suit quite a lot, right? Yeah. Because I've got him in my mind's eye and I've got this suit, but I've also got like these little spectacle glasses, these metal rimmed spectacle glasses. And he's got a habit, because when he looks down and he looks up, he pushes his glasses back on his nose.
Yep.
That's what he's doing. He keeps looking and then he goes like that and pushes his glasses back on his nose.
Yep, I know exactly who
that's fine, is. As long as you do. But he's come through, and what are you giving me? What are you telling me? Say it again. You need to speak slower. When he starts, he goes, he's like, nip, 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 nip. Right, you need to just slow down just a little bit for me. Thank you.
I think he has a lot to say to me.
I think he is. I think we could be sat here for the duration. We're now 8:15. I'll get the kettle on at 10. Right. Come on in a bit closer, darling. Thank you. Right. He's come through and he's like a jokey type bloke, but he's got this serious side to him as well. And I feel he's coming through and he's got his hands on his hips quite sternly, but he's smiling. And it's like he's saying to you, I told you you could do it. I told you you could do it. And I'm glad you have done it. But he stood, it's like, with his hands on his hips, it's like, I told you.
Yeah.
So I feel he's a gentleman who thought he was always right. And this time he was right. I have to give you that, he was right. Now, give me that again. Do you know who David is?
Oh my God.
Because I've just literally had Dave or David thrown at me. It's like a Dave name. I've just had that thrown at me. So I have to acknowledge that name. And
that's exactly who you're talking about.
Is it? Is this who we've got? That's fine.
Yep.
That's fine. But David's like Dad.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it's weird, because when you got emotional, when I said his name and then you acknowledged him, I got 2 Ds. And I got David, Dad. Dad, David, Dad, David. So I don't know if you called him DD or something daft like that, but I just want to say 2 Ds, I've got the 2 Ds. So, yeah.
Dave was my stepdad, but I called him my dad.
Well, he was your dad. In his eyes, he's your dad. He's not your blood, but he's your dad.
Yep.
And I believe he's the one with the fur baby that's just gone to spirit. Because there's literally, he's got a little ball of energy with him, a little fluffy thing, a dog. And it's an energy. And I know for a fact it's a dog because my cat's just gone meow and shot out the room. So I know for a fact he's got a dog. I know he has. And he's just brought this dog through to acknowledge. So your dog is with your dad.
Okay.
Yes, your little doggy's going to be spoiled, I'm telling you now, because there's treats, biscuits and everything over there. Right. Give me that again.
God, you're already making me cry. Good Lord.
Well, the way I see it is, right, what time are we on now? Right, it's 8:15, just gone. So in your time, it's 2:15. So you've got plenty of time to go and splash your face, get rid of the tears afterwards, go and have a swim in your pool if you want, whatever you want to do. Go and refresh yourself and think about the reading I'm going to give you. Because it can be emotional, but it's good. sometimes, because it brings out things, it brings out emotions that you need to bring out. Does that make sense? Sometimes we all need to cry. We do. But I can be quite hard-faced sometimes, and it takes me a while. But sometimes when you get something emotional, one little thing, the floodgates open, then you feel better. You go splash your face, you go and have a bit of a chill out, and you're like, feel better now.
There's been so much going on in my life in the last 6 months that I've been talking it so much, and to hear them talking back is just, it's overwhelming right now.
But it's nice.
Yeah.
Because they do listen to you, you know. They do, as you know, they do listen to you. They do. Right. Now, I know we've got a mutual friend. That's how you met me. So, you know, I know that friend. But I also feel there's another female friend you've got that you're quite close to. And I feel like this female has got issues herself going on in her own life. And give me that again. Give me that again. I feel like she won't tell you too much about what's going on because she feels like she's putting too much emotion and pressure on you. And you won't tell her too much about how you feel because you're putting too much on her because she's got stuff going on as well. Does that make sense?
It does.
Right. But you need to talk to each other because I feel like you two will probably laugh together, cry together, have a drink together, go out for whatever food you eat over there. I mean, I don't know. I always think of barbecues, me, and I don't know why when I think of Florida, but I do. It's just me. I don't know why. But just go out. And I just feel like once you start to open up and talk, I feel it'll be lifted off you, it'll be lifted off her, and you'll gel together with it. Does that make sense?
It does. That's really, it could be one of two people. So I'm trying to figure out who that would be.
I do believe the female in question has got relationship issues.
Okay.
I do believe there's a relationship issue going on. I really do. But I also feel, now I've said that about this person, I feel you've had relationship issues going on as well. I also feel like, as I said, I don't know if it's wife, husband, partner, whatever, cat, dog, whatever. But I feel like the person who you were involved with took advantage of, and I feel it was financial advantage, emotional advantage, and I feel like this person is back. I don't know if you use this term in America, but have you heard of gaslighting somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Right, that's fine as long as you know what I feel this person's done that. And I feel this person was very narcissistic and started to show their true colours. And it's upset you, it's hurt you, and it's really, really knocked your confidence and it's knocked you down. But your dad is proud because you've seen it.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
It does, yep.
He's very proud because you've seen it and you've done it and it's like, yeah, he's done it. There's other things in your life he's talking about, little things, and again, it could be a memory, I don't know. But do you have a connection with boats?
Yeah.
Right, because he's given me some kind of connection with boats. He's taken me back with the boat. And I feel like you need to go back there in your mind because you were happy. And it's a happy place. I feel like on the water is a happy place. It's therapeutic. And I feel, and he's taken me there because it's therapeutic for you to think, to come to terms with things, to deal with things and to process things. And that's what he's given me. He's given me happy times and he's given me you therapeutically on the water. You see, you're lucky where you are because you've probably got a pool and everything. A lot of people over there do. But you've probably got sea, and you go to the sea and it's bright blue and it's everything. You see, where I live, my lovely, we go to our seaside and it's freezing cold, choppy waters, and the water looks quite brown with sewage and stuff. Oh yeah, welcome to the east of England. But that's just what it's like. But again, me personally, my son's ashes are in water. They're at a place, a seaside resort over here. it sounds awful the way I say it, but I actually threw him off a pier. That sounds awful, doesn't it? But it was his ashes, not him. So he's in the water, and I find it when I go to visit, I find it's not just because he's there, but I find the water, the lapping of the water's calming, the little sounds of the birds, and I feel for you that's very similar. It's the motion of the water, the lapping of the water, the feel of it, the sensation of it. And I just feel for you it's a therapy. And that's what he's saying. Right. And he's also asking, did you hear the random song that came on the radio?
So I've been hearing a lot of random songs.
There's a particular song, I don't know which one it is, but he said there's a song that came on and you thought of him.
There was. It just happened. Was it yesterday or the day before?
I don't know what it was or when it was. He's just telling me to tell you to remind you that he said hello through the radio.
Okay. It was at the pool, actually. Somebody was playing it at the pool. Yes, I know. I know what he's talking about.
There you go. So he is around you. He does listen to you, you know. He does listen to you. And he's also saying he listens to you when you're singing in the shower because he can hear you from your kitchen. Does that make sense?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's listening. Because you used to do that when you were little, didn't you?
I don't know.
Yes, you did. There was times you'd go in the shower or something, or the bathroom, or you'd be somewhere and you'd be singing. And he'd hear you sometimes and laugh.
Funny, I don't remember doing that.
Just little things. It says little things that you do now, you would have done when you were younger, and you might not remember, but you do. And it's like he remembers because he does remember. So I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. I'm full of cold, as you can tell. Sneezing, snotty nose, everything. It's wonderful.
Florida.
Oh, do you know? I've heard about Florida. I've seen it on the telly and everything. Don't get me wrong. My dad's been many years ago. My dad went to Florida, something to do with his work. He worked at a place that designed hovercrafts and stuff, and so they went over to Florida and stuff. I'll be honest, I don't think I could cope with the flight. I really don't think I could cope with the flight. I mean, I went from here to Spain. It was about 3-4 hours, and I was a nightmare. And then the pilot walked past, and I said to Lauren, I said, "That's it, we're going to die." And I was just awful. So I don't think I could cope with the flight to America. But obviously, I see things on telly and things, and I see things about it and stuff. So I know there's some places I'm jealous of in a nice way, because I think, I'd love to see a palm tree, or I'd love to, you know. There was something my dad said, and it was something about Kennedy Space Centre as well and all that sort of stuff. I love space, fascinates me, and I think it fascinates me in the stars because none of us really know what's up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I am jealous, but in a nice way.
It's beautiful. Yes.
And the fact you always look so refreshed, always lovely, your hair's always nice, and you've always got a nice colouring to you. And over here, my hair's just minging. I'm so white because we don't get sun, and it's just awful. So I shouldn't have been born in England.
That's why I live here, is for the sun.
Oh, that's what I need, vitamin D, mate. I love the sun. Love it. But I just think as well, I think the sun can be therapeutic, can't it? Because it can brighten up your life, literally.
If I didn't have the sun every day, I wasn't born here, but I moved here because I wanted the sun and the beach and the palm trees.
Yeah. I don't know where you were born, but I've just got your stepdad or your dad's just given me something in my mind's eye, and I don't know if this is you or not, but I feel like there's like a little wooden pier. It's like a little wooden pier with some boats and stuff, and I feel like there's some mountains in the background or some big hills.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's just given me. So he's listening to our conversation, and he's putting his input in, and he's saying. So I don't know. That's just what he's giving.
We grew up on. So there's a huge lake where I grew up, and me and him, our thing was boats, and we were on the dock and always out on the boat, and that's what he's showing you is where I grew up.
Yeah, happy times.
Mm-hmm.
Happy times, because he doesn't care that you're not blood. Does that make sense? Because you are still one of his. It's like...
I want to show you this picture really quick.
Okay, go on.
saying this about boats. How do I put this? That's
oh my gosh. Oh wow. That's amazing. Little rubber dinghy.
Yep, that's us.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. But the feeling I get from him as well. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm going to put my light on because in the UK, once the sun starts to go down, it's pitch black in a minute. 2 seconds. That's better. You might be able to see me better now. I've put this light on as well. The one thing about his energy I've picked up on as well is he's so loving. It's like a pure, genuine love. There was no restrictions on love. Does that make sense? Like, if you were naughty, I can imagine him like if you were naughty as a child, you would get told, but then he'd like wink at you or something. So he's like, he's telling you off, but he's not telling you off. But it was stern when he needed to be, and he kept you on the right path. But there was open-armed love all the time. And whatever you spoke to him about, whatever you needed from him, there was no question. You got that. Not because you wanted it, because you needed it. And that's what he was there for. And I believe he was brought into your life to guide you on the path that you're on now.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be here without him.
Yeah, I really do believe that's why he was brought into your life. He does feel cheated because he went quick and he went sudden and he was young. And, you know, he was. This is what he's telling me. I don't know his age, but I'm going to say 50s, 60s. Might be wrong, but this is the image I'm getting. And I feel like that he was cheated and you were cheated. So this is why he guides you from spirit. Because even though physically you're apart, spiritually you'll never be apart. And when your day comes, he'll be waiting in the boat with your dog. And he'll take you on the lake. And that's what you'll do. Because he's got your dog. As I say, every time he comes closer and talks to me, I know he's got your dog because my cat again has just gone running out. I might keep him here with the dog, right? And then my cat might just go out all the time and stay out and not come back. No, I don't mean that. But yeah, he's a lovely, lovely soul. He really is a lovely soul. He's showing me a car, and it's an old style car. It's like it's one of them American cars because obviously I've seen them on the movies. You know, the big cars and stuff, but it's an old style car.
Okay.
And he's showing me this car. But he's showing me that car, and there's another car. And there's another car. Have you spoke about going to some car convention or something to see cars?
Not at all.
Right. Remember, you can listen back. Remember I've said this because I feel there's something possibly coming up because now I've got, this is going to sound again random, but I've got like, you know, like the Duke's Mobile and the Knight Rider car. And I feel like there's something possibly with cars from movies or something.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about, actually.
I don't know. I just thought it was some kind of... At first I thought he was showing me his car when he was young. Then it was 1, 2, 3. And then I got these cars from movies I actually recognised. So I don't know. I just got these cars and I have to give them to you. I wish I could give them all to you. You'd make a fortune, son, but I can't.
It's on... He's sending me... So I just moved to a new apartment and it's in like a downtown area. And they have on... I think it's the third Sunday of every month. They have a classic car parade down the downtown street, and I've been thinking about going. And it's almost like he's telling me to go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go then. If you do go, take some pictures, please, and send me because I love old cars.
I will.
Seriously, classic vintage cars and stuff. I love them, really do. I'm quite an old-fashioned person at heart. I love vintage. So if you do go, as I say, just send me a few pictures if you don't mind, just so I can have a look at them. But
actually, this Sunday, I think it's either the first or the third Sunday. If it's the first Sunday, then it's this coming weekend.
Yeah. Well, he's giving me cars to give to you, so I have to give you the cars. I don't know. I just thought there was some convention or something, or cars. I don't know. But that's possibly, yeah, that's what he's connecting to then. He's acknowledging it. Because if you're going to go, he's going to go.
Okay.
He will come with you, spiritually. So maybe he likes cars, and he's thinking, if he goes, I go. I don't know.
Maybe there's something there for me. I'll check it out.
Yeah, there could be. You don't know, do you? It could be, but I have to tell you about it. So you'll have to let me know, though, because curiosity will be getting me.
Yeah, I will. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Right, what else you giving me? Right. Now, I don't know who this is, but a male's just stepped in. A younger male has just stepped in. Quite flamboyant, quite party animal, quite like, woohoo! And he's just stepped in to acknowledge you, and I don't know who he is. And I feel like if he was here, he'd be one of these ones who go out in a white suit and love the attention.
Yep.
Right, I don't know why I say that either, but it's just what I pick up. And he's just literally stepped in, and I've got to give you a cocktail from him. And that's what he's doing. It's like he's come through for the acknowledgement. God bless you. I don't know what his name is or anything. It's just literally, he's one of these ones where I believe in spirit. He's like what he was on Earth plane. He's very like out there, very flamboyant, very eccentric, very loves the attention, loves being centre of attention. But he wasn't nasty about it. He didn't show off about it or anything. It was just who he was. So he's come in to say hello, and now he's stood over there with a cocktail, and that's it. It's just like, thank you very much, okay?
He always comes and says hello in every single reading I have, not just with you.
Yeah.
He always comes and says hello, just for a minute, and then he goes away.
It's like he's just, hi, bye. It's like every time, if I do readings for you, I bet he's one of these ones where I've got your dad and stuff through now, but he'll jump on in their taxi to come through here, just for a visit, and then hang about and then go back with them.
Yep, that's all he does. He just says hello.
Wow. Does make me laugh, it does. Right. Are you giving me something else before we do the cards, mister? What are you giving me? Right, he's drawing me two in my mind's eye. Now, I know you've just said you've moved apartments, but I feel as though there's another move coming. I don't think it's apartment. I feel there's a change coming for you, but I feel it's the work change. Now, I don't know if you're going to change job or go up the ladder or change department or something in work, but I feel there's a change. But I feel there's a change in you coming at work as well. I feel like it's going to shift to how you want it to go. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So hopefully that's the change then, because I feel like you're going to feel less pressure on these and more... And I just feel like you're just going to go forward with it.
Thank God.
That's what I feel. You know, I'm never 100% right, you know. I could tell you a story or two about that when I've had people whinging for the money back because she asked for her money back because I did a reading for her, right? And I got the date of birth and everything, and I said the 25th instead of the 26th. So she messaged me afterwards and said, "Could I have my money back, please?"
You know, I had major surgery recently, and I've been off of work for almost 2 months, and I keep thinking about when I go back to work, I have to make some changes because I can't keep going like this.
Yeah.
So it's very validating to hear that.
Yeah. Yes. You need to make changes for you as well, not just for the environment around you and everything. The changes, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. So your mental well-being should come first, and the changes not only should apply to you health-wise, as I say, physical, because the surgery and everything like that, I feel it should apply to your mental being as well. Does that make sense?
100%.
Right, we have 3 cards. Are you ready? What I do is, you know what I do, I'll send you these when I've uploaded this and in the order that I've done them. So, your first card is Angel of Gratitude. I do feel this card has been drawn for you because I do feel there's people around you who need to be more grateful for you as a person, not just because they expect things from you. I feel people, sometimes when it comes to you doing favours or doing things or whatever, it's like, oh, we'll ask him, or we'll, because he'll do it. And I feel sometimes it's like they expect it, and they should be more grateful to you for helping and more grateful to you for just being you, really. But there's also a word on this card that your dad's drawn me to, and it's selfless. Because he's saying you're a very selfless person. You will put anybody before yourself. You will put anybody's feelings and emotions before yourself. But what he's saying now is put a barrier up around that, because too many people are getting in and taking advantage of who you truly are, and it's not fair. You're too nice. All right? Your next card is Angel of Power. When you listen to that one, you'll find power within yourself. You'll find more power, you'll find more control. And I do believe that you are so powerful spiritually as well. I feel like you're what I call a natural empath. You feel people's emotions, you feel people's souls, and you genuinely do. But I also feel you connect with animals. And I feel this is why I understand you're hurting because Fur Baby's not there. But I also feel like this wasn't just Fur Baby, as we said, this was everything to you. And not only was it a dog, you actually communicated with this dog. You understood this dog, and this dog understood you as a person, and you were soulmates. And I feel like Spirit are giving you a puppy for you because it's acknowledgement that you've done all you could with this doggy. This doggy was happy, had a lovely life. Do it for another. Do it for another. Because no 2 dogs are the same. No 2 dogs' characteristics are the same. And don't ever feel you're replacing Fur Baby with a new one. Seriously. That's their acknowledgement, okay?
I'll never be replaced. That dog, oh my gosh.
1 in a million. 1 in a million, yeah. But don't feel guilty, basically, about getting another dog. Your last card is Angel of Wisdom. Your dad's saying you have got a wise head on your shoulders. You're very clever. You're very intelligent. And he's saying he's going to the work situation with the wisdom as well. And what he's saying is you're worth more in the place you are than what they are giving you. You are very clever and very screwed on. But I also feel as though somebody feels threatened by your presence there. I feel there's somebody who's above you, possibly, who feels threatened by your presence in the sense of because you do know what you're on about, because you do know where you want to be, and you do know what you want to do. And I just feel like this person possibly might have a touch of the green-eyed monster.
Interesting.
Okay. So, as I say, you can listen back to this and remember I've said it because this is what I feel, and this is like, it's a little bit of a heads up for you, so just keep your wise head on and just remember that he said this, because this is again, darling, this is just what he's making me feel. What else you going to give me before your energy goes, mister? What are you going to give me? When you go to the beach, you have to go in the sea and you have to paddle in the sea. And then when you go like this on the seabed or something, he said you're going to find a pebble or something.
Okay.
And when you find it, you need to keep it in your hand. You need to look at it. and it's a present from him. He's
Okay.
leaving you a pebble in the sea.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know where the closest beach to you, I don't know. But I feel like he's taking me on this beautiful beach. It's like a whitey, sandy beach thing, and obviously there's lovely sea, and I feel like I can see you stood in the sea, and you can see a bit of the sand, and I just feel like you go like that, and he's leaving you a pebble. So look out for a pebble from him, because he's going to leave you a pebble. And you need to keep that pebble. You need to keep it in your apartment because it's something from him. But he's also acknowledging that thank you for you, because you've still got something precious to do with him. Now, I know there's the photograph, what we spoke about, and you've shown me, but I do believe you've got something else, and it's to do with him. And he's thanking you for it, and it's basically an acknowledgement of him. So I don't know what it is, but I just feel there's something else that you've got acknowledging him. Okay? It's showing me a Father's Day card.
Really?
Did you send him a Father's Day card?
No, not at all.
Never when you were a kid?
I mean, nothing's really popping out. I mean, I always gave him cards, but...
He's got a card, and on the front of it, I'm sure I can see the word Dad. And there's a... Come closer with it so I can see it. Come closer, come closer. And there's like a word Dad. Is it a card or is it a picture? And there's like... It's like a drawing thing. You know, like you get on a birthday card or a Father's Day or something. And there's like a man, and he's got a fishing rod or something.
That's so bizarre. I don't know what that would be.
Right. I need to give you this from him, because I feel as though this is something that he's had for many years. Psychically, he's had it. And I feel like it's something you might have even drawn it when you were younger and put Dad on it. I don't know. I said Father's Day card because I felt like it was, because I feel like he's coming through as a father, and it's that sort of thing. But it could be something you drew Father's Day. I don't know, but there's something. And he's showing me it, and he's like saying, acknowledging it and thanking you for it. So if you can't remember now what it is, you might speak to Mum, or you might speak to a relative or something one day, bring it up, and they'll go, oh, well, can't you remember so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so? So I don't know. But we will see with that one. But he's giving me it, he's acknowledging it, and he's giving me it. What else you giving me?
I'll try to remember what this is.
Yeah. It might come to you. It might come to you. What else you giving me? Do you have a wind chime?
No.
Because he's drawn me to a wind chime. And I feel like I need to say to you, when you hear the wind chime, he's coming to say hello.
A wind chime?
Like,
okay.
You know, like the noise of a wind chime, like, I'm a bit shit with noises, mate. But that's just, it's like, that's when you hear the wind chime, he's coming to say hello.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, again, you might buy a wind chime and he'll say hello to you. I don't know, but I feel like there's something about the wind chime. He's coming to say hello. And he's also saying, stop wondering about the light that keeps dimming. I don't know if it's your apartment, corridor, or something. There's something about a light that keeps dimming. And apparently, show me a light, and this light has dimmed when you've walked past it before.
Yep.
Stop panicking about it and acknowledge him.
I know exactly what light he's talking about.
That's fine, but stop panicking and just acknowledge him is basically what he's saying. He's like, tell him I'm there. I'm like, I have done. So.
All right.
Right, anything else before I leave your lovely energy, my lovely? Anything else? It's funny because you're sat like that and I am.
Oh, yeah?
He's making me, I thought, no, did he sit like this with his hands when he thought?
I don't remember. I don't really sit like this a lot either. I just felt like I needed to do this.
Yeah, I did. I don't sit like this.
Weird.
I normally just sit like forward like that on my elbows, and I've just all of a sudden had to go like that.
Interesting.
But we could be praying in our own way. I don't know if you prayed, but we could be praying. Right. What are you giving me? It's giving me a bottle. And I feel in this bottle, there's like rocks, little stones and sand and bits and bats with water in, and I have to give it to you, and I feel this is connected to you as a child in the boat where you grew up. So I don't know if you used to collect water from the bottles or throw bottles in for... I don't know what you did. There's something about the water with the bottles from when you were growing up. Again, I have to give you it. He's giving it to me. I have to give it to you.
What that is?
What are you giving me? What are you giving me? What else is it? Who fell off the boat?
Who fell off the boat?
Because I feel like there was a giggle about it. Somebody fell out of a boat, or something fell off the boat. Somebody fell off the boat or something, or misjudged the boat, or went to step on it and missed.
Nothing's sticking out to me.
Right. Remember, I've said it because I do feel as though this has happened. This has happened, and I feel like there was a few people trying to get on a boat. It could have even been where you are now, if that makes sense. It doesn't have to be when you were younger, but I've got this thing of a boat because he's connecting me with boats, and I feel like there was a few people trying to get on this boat, or there was somebody getting on a boat and somebody fell off, and it was funny.
Okay, I don't remember.
I don't know. I need to give you it. If I keep sniffing, I'm sorry. Right. What are you giving me? Did you like coconuts? Because I can smell coconut. Even though I'm blocked up, I can smell coconut.
Coconut?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know why I can smell coconut. Like the sweet coconut smell. I can smell the coconut.
That's weird because I'm allergic to coconut.
I can smell coconut. It's like a weird sweet coconut smell I can smell. I don't know why he's done that. Sometimes they just give me random smells and I just get them. What else you giving me before? His energy keeps going and then he just keeps coming back. So, as I say, we could still be sat here, my lovely, in an hour. You know what I mean? We just have to wait for him to decide when he's done.
Wait, he's sending you some random stuff.
I know. And this is what happens sometimes when their energy starts to pull back, because they come back with anything just to try and hold on. So, come on. Come on. I think I'm going to have to let him go back, darling. I think he's used energy now. I'm going to have to let him stand back. Your granddad's, however he is, granddad, great-granddad, his energy's, the military one's still about, and I've just got him proud of the service he did and the fact he's in his uniform and he's come to acknowledge you. But right, give me that again. Okay. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm just trying to work out what is. Give me that. Right, what he's basically doing is like showing, like, you're sat there now, and I feel like this man will come behind you spiritually and go like that on your shoulders, and you're wondering if something is on your shoulders or before or like that. And then what he does is he stands back away from you, and he like stands there as though to say, He's proud. And then he'll stand back, watch what you're doing, and then when you're having a moment of, I'm not going to say a moment of crisis, but like a moment of, you might, I don't know, you might be sat there thinking, oh God, did I turn the cooker off? Oh God, did I lock my car? Oh my God. You'll feel him again. And it's like, he's there, even though he's a strong character, he would have been in Earth, he's still a strong character in spirit. So he's there to basically reassure you and keep you grounded. Whereas your dad's there for the love, the unconditional love and the comfort and the everything else, the emotional side. So that's good. You've got two of them. That's close to you. That is really good because you've got the one that's grounded and the one that's strong with his hands on your shoulders to keep you grounded and to keep you straight. Then you've got your dad who's guiding you on this path emotionally and spiritually. But then you've got granddad who's like, he's not going down that path. We just guide him back here. And he's strong and guides you back.
That's so interesting. Okay.
That's just what he's given me. That's what I feel. So that's good. You've got two people who are doing that for you. I know there is other people in spirit around you. You've got friends and stuff up there, and I do understand that, and I know there's like fur baby and stuff. I can't say doggy, I like saying fur baby because he was your fur baby. That's just the way he was your fur baby. But I just feel like these two are the strong energy ones, and I just feel like these are the ones that you need. And I feel if they were here now, with how you're feeling, what you're going through and what you've experienced, I feel these two would be the people who would be supporting you now anyway if they were here. And that's why they're there from spirit. So granddad's now stepping back. So I'm going to stop this recording.